So I was messing around with this chord progression recently, which is in A flat minor. It goes like this. So I was like, cool, quite a nice chord progression. So that's like a 1, 6, 5, 7 in A flat minor. And I just started to try and write down the chords. So we've got, starting with A flat major, sorry, A flat minor, E major, then E flat 7. And that kind of made me pause there, because I was like, well, we're supposed to write chords only using each letter once. So you're not really supposed to have an E and an E flat. So it was kind of not right to have both an E major and an E flat 7 chord. That is an E flat 7 altered chord, but I'm just going to refer to it as E7, E flat 7, because it's just a variation of that chord. So having E major and E flat 7 is sort of wrong from a theory perspective, if you like. So I was like, okay, maybe this is more natural as a sharp key. Maybe I should think about this as G sharp minor. So I'll just change chordy over to that key. So then if you think of this as G sharp minor, you have G sharp minor, E major, and then D sharp 7. So actually, and then we've got F sharp major there as well. So actually, as a sharp key, this is kind of more natural. And this made me feel quite uncomfortable, actually, because I felt really strongly that I wanted to think about this as a flat key. So I was trying to just sort of figure out what was going on for me there and why I was so insistent that I think about it as a flat key. And I think what it comes down to is the way that we deal with key signatures on the piano is not just like a theoretical tool, it's actually like a practical instruction. So let me give you an example of that. Something like B flat major, which is like this, has two flats. It has B flat and E flat. And that is not just a theoretical description of the notes that are in the key. It's actually an instruction to us as keys players, piano players, to say, okay, don't play this B, play the flat one instead. And similarly, don't play this E, play the flat one. So my brain, whenever I'm thinking I'm in B flat, I'm thinking, the B's flatted and the E's flatted. So it's not just a description of the set of notes, it's actually a instruction about the shape that I'm using on the instrument. And actually, more specifically, it has to do with how I and a lot of other keys players, I think, are conceptualizing these certain three keys which live on the bottom of the circle of fifths here. So B major, F sharp major, and D flat major, and their equivalent minor keys as well. And the way that I think about these is not, so I don't think of, say, B major as containing a load of sharps. So we could think of this as B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. But that's not how I'm thinking about it on the keyboard. I'm actually just thinking, I'm allowed all the black keys, and then I know I'm allowed either one of B or C or E and F, and my brain kind of goes, it's the lower one, it's kind of the flat one, it's the B and the E. So in some sense, for my brain, because I want to think of, what am I flatting, what am I not allowed? I'm not allowed C, I'm flatting that to B, and I'm not allowed F, I'm flatting that to F, to E, and I'm allowed all the black keys. So actually, for me, conceptually, B major is almost more like a flat key. And it's got a description as a flat key. We could call it C flat, so you could call it C flat, D flat, E flat, F flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat. I would certainly never say let's play in C flat. So because that sounds crazy, but when we go to the minor key, the A flat minor or G sharp minor, the problem sort of becomes more acute. So for me, I actually find it more natural to think of A flat minor as a flat key, so A flat minor rather than G sharp minor, because I'm thinking of, oh yeah, I'm using B and E as kind of flat, almost like they're going down from C and F is how I visualize the shape. So actually for me, and I think this is true of a lot of people, it's easier to conceptualize as a flat key, even though it kind of breaks the theoretical description around only using one of each letter note a bit. So yeah, I'd be super interested to hear in the comments if you feel strongly the other way, especially. Is it important to you to only use one of each letter note? I don't think that matters to me, but I'd be interested to hear if you do care about that. Why do you care about that? So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.